if you say so.
Yeah, we're totally professionals. That's totally what we do.
Of course,
We're
I
totally
am most
professionals.
professional
Since when? Since when are you the professional?
since always.
Since when though? I just for clarification's sake,
When have I not?
just for the chat's sake, like, are you actually professional?
I'm professional at something.
Of course he's professional. He do good.
He do.
There we
I
go,
do
guys. It's
good.
gonna be nothing like that for however long Ivy keeps this going.
That's it. Just
Uh,
cut it off here. Never mind.
this was a mistake.
This was a mistake.
Mistakes
Hello
were made.
to our people watching. Tonight we're just gonna be chilling and making some wild NPCs for the rectification, which will be on
Yeah.
Friday. So we're gonna build some NPCs for our world with these two lovely individuals. I'm sure it'll go smoothly. Sure.
See, my brain is, see, this is the thing, Ivy, is that I care very much about your campaign because and instinctively my brain's like, yes, we could come up with just dumb, hilarious NPCs like we were talking about before the stream went live. But then my brain actually goes, but actually, I could actually come up with some good ideas.
Yeah, like absolutely. Like Larry.
Like Larry and his brother
I
Gary
hate
and his
Larry.
cousin Terry.
I know
That's
a guy who knows a
that's what
guy
we've
who
come up
knows a
with
guy
so far.
who knows a guy. I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
I will make my airy army. There's going to be Larry, Terry, Perry,
Gary.
Mary, Gary.
I want them all to live in the same town though.
Oh, they're in the same family.
Yeah. Like they've just taken over one town.
It's
It's not
the-
even an
it's the
actual
Airy
town.
family.
Yeah, it's not even an actual town though. Like this is just where we've ended up. Perfect. Okay, so what NPC do you want to make first? What should we start?
Well,
off
yeah.
with?
I mean, thing are we all going to do an NPC each and work on them separately, or are we going to work on NPCs together?
We can
or
work on them together, and then I'm sure our chat will also weigh in, since I can see a couple of people that I know are going to. It's the farm where every kid has their own house, is what Nemo says.
You get adopted by getting an airy name.
Oh, is that how that
What's your name?
works?
Jeff? It's Jerry now.
It's Jerry. No longer are you Jeff.
Welcome to the family.
We christen you as Jerry.
Jeff.
No, I don't care how we do it. I'm sure our chat will love to weigh in on a couple of things too. Should we start off with the race of one of our characters?
Well, okay, because it's us, Ivy. It's got to be a tiefling.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Starting off strong.
See, I gotta roll on the random race table, but if it's a tiefling, I might cry.
Okay, alright, roll on the table. We'll roll one first, and then we absolutely will be making a tiefling by the end of the stream. Because we have
Absolutely.
to, like,
We have to.
we gotta stick with our brand.
Mountain dwarf.
Mountain dwarf. Okay, great. Are we gonna go with a male or female mountain dwarf? Or non-binary?
Ooh.
A non-binary
There is
mountain
that.
dwarf?
That is it. A non-binary mountain dwarf. How about that?
A
That
non-binary
sounds.
mountain dwarf.
I like that.
That sounds great.
Okay, non-binary mountain dwarf. Non-binary mountain dwarf. So they would need... What's a good name for a non-binary mountain dwarf that they have picked themselves? We have a Finley, who is a non-binary flower shop owner in the Girls' World. They are precious. He's very unaware and very naive, and one of our characters made them blush. It was great.
Amazing.
It was very cute and wholesome. Non-binary mountain dwarf.
Trying to think.
Are they like your stereotypical mountain dwarf, or is this something that breaks the
They
mold?
don't live in a mountain.
Okay, great. Great. Okay, so we have a mountain dwarf that doesn't
I'm a
live in
mountain dwarf, but mountains suck, so I'm here, wherever this is.
Oh, so it's a mountain dwarf, a non-binary mountain dwarf who hates mountains.
Well, I didn't say hate,
Okay,
just
dislikes.
mountain. I want to see other things outside of a mountain.
Okay,
Prefers
I want to
green
live my life. There's more than just big hills.
there's
You know,
big trees.
some places are flat and it's nice.
Okay, great. Okay, so where would we like to put them? We'll come back to the name. Where would we like to put them?
Their names are always the bit I struggle with. Uh. Hmm. Okay. I'm thinking, so if you've got somewhere in your world that is close to a mountain from which they could have originated from, but then like a
Yes.
town that is kind of nearby where it's like, I want to expand and like leave home, but
There's actually
also
a
like
couple of
I'm not too
towns
far
like
away.
that. Along with a
That'd be
couple of
nice.
towns who border along the water. So if he was like, if they were like, I'm very interested in seeing things outside of the mountains,
Hmm.
they might want to set up their new place of living next to a pond or some salt water, since the
Hmm.
ocean is very different.
The Fisher Dwarf.
A fisher mountain dwarf.
Huh.
A fisher mountain dwarf. Okay. Do they fit the
Amazing.
stereotypical build of a mountain dwarf?
They're just really tall.
Really tall.
uh,
Are we talking
nah.
like
I'm trying to think. What could we give them to make them stand out a little bit?
because when I think of a dwarf, I think of like the very stereotypical, big muscular, maybe a redhead, like
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah. Works in the mines or in a forge.
Works in a mine or a forge or something like that. And there's a whole city that has those very stereotypical, not really stereotypical because it's still very different, but it's Viking-esque dwarf based in one of the areas that they have not yet reached. So we can make them very opposites since they are not part of that city.
Yeah. Yeah. Um.
Maybe he keeps himself slender with a nice trimmed beard
He
instead of like the long
he
grown
likes
out one.
he likes that athletic build a little better on himself.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Watch when he
Okay.
eats diets. I mean, fish diet is pretty.
Fish diet is pretty good for you, He really appreciates his veggies. The opposite of how you picture your stereotypical dwarf.
So are we thinking that they are kind of like they are just a fishers and that's just their occupation, or they really like fish, like they know every kind of fish and like could tell you
I
everything
think
about
that
like
would be
any
really
fish.
Like the
Like, you
interesting.
bring
fishermen
them
and
a
they're on
fish and
the
it's like,
aquarium.
I know, I just looking at this thing, I can give a pretty accurate guess on how big it is and how much it weighs, exactly what type it is. I can give you an entire like monologue as to their
About
history.
fish.
Yes, I think
Or-
that would be great. I think that would like just a walking, talking library for fish. Amazing.
Well, because it's not like there would be many different variations of like saltwater fish in the mountains. So they're like, obviously this is not prudent to my studies of the fish. I must go.
I think the fishing thing is something they would have picked up once they had left.
I just like the idea of them being like, Mother, Father, I'm leaving home. There's not enough fish.
Yeah, pretty much.
I must leave. There's not enough tropical fish here.
This is great. Honestly, this is amazing.
Clownfish.
I'm like,
I need to find a Nemo.
I need to find a Nemo.
Find a Nemo.
I hope that the Nemo in our
no.
chat immediately looked up.
Yeah, no, I can see. The thing is that I can imagine them right now just painting minis and just going, "What? Talking about me?"
I completely forgot Nemo was in the chat.
We'll get confirmation in a second. I think. I'm just waiting for that message in
We're
chat.
just like, yeah, because I actually put the chat on the stream. So, so if it pops up, But yeah,
Amazing.
so currently we have a non-binary mountain dwarf who has moved from the mountains to flat land with water around them. That way they can more prudently study fish.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think that's great.
I think that's the
Honestly,
best part is they could be like mistaken for a human, and I like the idea that they're like, no, I'm a dwarf. Like, can't you tell
yeah.
I'm a dwarf?
Can't
Yeah,
you
no,
tell
like it's that
I'm
classic
3 foot
thing
high?
where it's
I'm
like,
three
ah,
foot.
yes, it's a human. It's like it's like, oh, sorry, what are you? I'm a mountain dwarf.
Are you
What?
sure? I like the idea that the party would be more confused of, are you sure?
Yeah, it's like, yes, I am very sure. I am very aware.
I am very aware. So how tall are they?
Hmm.
How tall are mountain dwarfs?
They should be break the mold tall.
Break the mold tall. So
Like,
You
like
think so?
like at the limit of normal dwarf height.
Maybe.
so like Corso level tall.
Okay, so I like the idea that they wear on top of that they wear like really big fishing boots that are made for humans, but they like come up to they're like boots that come like up like way up top, like way over the leg. I think that'd be hilarious because they're made for humans, but also he uses them so he can like wade into the water a lot more.
Right.
Like
That's
what
his
we
excuse
call
for using
normal
them.
work boots are thigh
Because
high.
I like the idea of everyone looking at this character and being like, ah, it's comedic, and then actually having an amazing reason for like everything they do, and then it's like, oh wow, okay, I really misjudged this character. They actually are great, and they might seem like they were a jokey character when they were made at first, but actually
But really,
they're really smart.
They have the intelligence. They have
Don't
big brain energy.
don't judge a book by its
Exactly.
cover.
Dwarves can go up to 5 feet tall, so they can easily be mistaken for a human.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
No,
So how tall are we making our lovely individual?
4'6"
Force.
precisely.
Spicy.
And he wears big boots that come up just over his knee so that he can wade in to get a better angle for fishing and get further into the water. Did we decide on a hair color?
We have not decided on the hair color yet.
Hmm.
When I think of a mountain dwarf, I think of the stereotypical like redhead, or
Yeah. You know what? We can't decide on a hair color, so we can say that he's dyed his hair rainbow.
I could see that.
That would be amazing.
I could see that. Is it like rainbow as in like they've done lines, or is it rainbow of
Yeah.
you just like mess with your hair and it looks like shimmery, or
No, I think like strategically done like in lines, just like along the head, just like in a rainbow, and like that would be amazing.
we have received a wonderful suggestion for an NPC from Sab, who we love.
What about this?
What about a wizard-looking NPC who can't actually cast good spells? He just likes the pretty pictures in the book.
That right there reminds me of a PC that our good friend Buddy the Bard has called Wiznick.
Oh my
Who is
goodness,
he is a goblin wizard, who is only a wizard because he stole a wizard's wand, which is, well, it's like those things that's not quite a wand, but not quite a staff. It's like that kind of like long thing. It's like the one that's like in between. I don't know if it really has a name, but it's like a really like long, thick one, to the point where on him it would be a staff. And he snuck into this wizard's tower and stole what he thought were his wizard robes, because that's what he'd seen him wearing, but what was actually his nightgown and nightcap. So now he just walks around in a oversized nightgown and nightcap, carrying a wizard staff, saying that he's wearing wizard robes. And I think that's hilarious. That is my favorite PC Buddy has ever made.
I think
it's so
I
good.
think it's a wonderful
But
character.
the picture book makes me think of like a 10-year-old trained to be a wizard but instead of like these complex formulas for the spells, he draws crayon pictures.
I could see that. I could see that.
Wait, okay.
Ben has had a thought.
What about this? So I like that idea, and so what he does is he draws like he draws stuff, and then because he casts spells weirdly, whenever he casts a find familiar spell, he can make his drawings come to life.
Ooh.
Ooh. I like that.
I'm getting some Chalk
Ooh.
Zone vibes. Do you guys remember Chalk Zone? I remember Chalk
Oh
Zone.
yeah.
I just immediately
I love
thought of that episode of SpongeBob. And
So wait, so we're going to make an NPC that's basically SpongeBob with Doodlebob.
No.
No.
We're gonna make one like SpongeBob and a completely separate one that's Doodlebob.
Oh, right. How could I
Yeah.
mistake that? My bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Like,
before we move on to our
I
SpongeBob-esque,
just say like I'm my own person now.
I'm my own person. Just brings to life a badly drawn 2D dragon.
Yeah, because that's the thing as well. Is it's not that it's like, oh yeah, the drawing turns into like the real thing. No, it turns into like a 3D version of the badly drawn whatever it is.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Like,
god, a badly
Like it is the drawing, but it is real. It's like it's a drawing of a dragon. Oh god, it actually breathes fire. Oh no,
my god. Yeah, like the stats would still be accurate. It's just poorly drawn.
That would be
so it doesn't look
amazing.
intimidating. Okay, before we move on to our SpongeBob Doodlebob mix, because now that has to be a thing.
I hope you're writing these down, by the way, Ivy.
Oh yeah,
Right.
don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
I got it. Oh yeah. So we have our they them rainbow-haired mountain dwarf who looks human, who is, what did we decide? 4'6",
4'6".
wearing oversized fishing boots that is obsessed with fish and could tell you the size of said
Not
fish.
obsessed. Obsessed
Okay.
makes it sound bad. It's more of
Okay.
just like
A fascination.
They
a
know a lot.
strong
Yes,
fascination
a strong fascination
with fish.
and knowledge of fish.
Their
Because
specialization
he's
is
a
they
fisherman.
know fish.
Yes. Who gets mistaken as a human regularly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. We need a name for them.
Oh man.
I know I have a randomizer here.
Oh my god, I just great name based off something we mentioned earlier. We're coming full circle back to Nemo. Marlin. His name is Marlin. Marlin the Mountain Dwarf.
Marlin the Mountain Dwarf. I
Amazing.
love. Okay, we have our number one, Marlin the Mountain Dwarf. Ooh, Sab also has recommended Kipper.
Kipper.
What about Marlin
That's a
Kipper?
good one.
Marlin Kipper.
Marlin
Marlin
Kipper.
Kipper.
There you go.
We have Marlin
That's it.
Kipper. Well, awesome. Like the fish name him Kipper. Okay, we've got Marlin Kipper. Marlin Kipper is our non-binary mountain dwarf who has a strong fascination with fish.
This is great. This is going so well. I love it.
This is great. This is about where I thought it'd be. Okay, great. So we have Marlin Kipper, who is our mountain dwarf, and now we have to make Doodlebob and SpongeBob.
You know what? I need to pull up Hereflage and need to start making these as we go.
Oh yes, please.
Because then at the end I can show you all the creations that I've made.
Yes, which will be lovely.
I need to check two spells. Doodlebob either has to be a clone gone wrong or a simulacrum gone wrong.
Or Gollum.
Or a golem.
Let's see. So we have. I'm just gonna make a note in our chat here of their names. That way I can refer back. We have Marlin.
Did Marlin have
Kipper.
a beard of any kind? I can't remember.
We
if
kept
said.
We kept them clean shaved.
Clean shaved.
Because-
which is why they get commonly mistaken. Yeah.
Correct.
Hard to get that fish smell out of your beard. So
Yeah, like they used to have one, and they were like, nah.
Nah.
They feel a little more like themselves without one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
like it.
we have Marlon Kipper, who's fantastic. I think that might become one of my favorite NPCs very quickly. What's the does he own? Do they own a shop, or is it just? Well, we are
I
deciding
think
on what our Doodlebob Gollum
I
esque.
think he just goes straight from the docks, to be honest, and buys and sells from there, and just
You could have his
does,
own
does,
boat that he
does
uses
stuff
to.
and things from there.
What's their favorite kind of fish?
That's a toughie. Hmm.
Could be a lionfish. Those are pretty cool. Could be a pufferfish. Pufferfish are pretty cute. I just like the idea that they came down from the mountains and their first interaction with a pufferfish, like watching it just whoop, probably went very poorly.
Oh, what are those?
What are you thinking?
I'm trying to remember. Is there? I'm trying to remember if there's a type of fish that can like purposely like camouflage itself, like change color. I feel like that might be one.
There are fish who have like chameleon-esque stuff. So you think that would
Yeah.
be?
I think you they'd see that and be like, that's cool. I want to know more about that fish. And then they learn about it, and then they caught one, and then that's how they just started their fascination with fish.
I think that would make sense. I like that. I like that a lot. So, do good. What are we making our Doodlebob into? As a golem, or what do you think would be the most fitting?
Probably a golem or a golem.
A golem? Okay.
Simulacrum can't disobey your orders, and clone is temporary.
Okay.
And when you die, you take over the clone. So golem would probably make most sense.
Okay, so we have our golem. So is it just that this wizard, who has no idea what he's doing, was like, I'm just going to draw with a crayon and make a golem? Is that where we've ended up?
Yes, because then when the party shows up, they can be like, "Hey, so whoops, I messed up and made something. I need your help now. Can you please stop this crayon drawing that has come to life and is now a golem?"
He had the manual of golems that helped to make a golem, but it had too many words and not enough pictures, so he messed it up.
I love it.
Is this an adult NPC or a child?
Oh, definitely a child.
Definitely a child.
Okay. Alright, so we have a child.
Maybe like a kid of one of the more pristine wizards in the town trying to impress his dad.
Oh.
If my dad finds out, he's gonna kill me.
Ooh, I like that
When
though.
you see this golem I made, it's gonna be so cool.
Oh,
Why did you guys give him a shaggy voice?
I don't know.
like Swank Scoob. My dad's gonna kill me.
How did this go from SpongeBob and Doodlebob to Scooby Doo?
It's just the way it is.
Okay, great.
It's just the way it be.
Okay, great. So we have a child.
If we rip off too much of one thing at a time,
Oh, so we have to mix it up. I got
we
you.
have to mix things together.
Okay, great. So we have a child whose parent and or guardian, because parents in D&D, who's got those?
Someone they look up to.
Yeah, someone they look up to is an esteemed wizard of the town. And this child, as to impress them, was like, yeah, I'll just make a golem. And drew very poorly with crayon. And it came to life, and it was a little more than they can handle. So what do you think the golem would be? Is it something that... Do you think that they would more make something like a dragon? Or is this... Like, what do we think the golem would come to life as first?
Totally has to be a flesh golem of the kid.
That is terrible.
Oh my
Gotta
god.
go full doodle bob.
Oh
That's
no.
terrifying. Ooh. Ooh. Me as the DM having to describe that.
You know it's good when you creep yourself out.
Yeah, this is true. Okay, so flesh golem of the child immediately starts freaking out. This is not going to impress their guardian or their esteemed person they look up to.
Nope.
Party walks up just to see this kid flailing about, freaking out that they have created this thing. Great. They should... Great.
Go on, Ivy. Finish that thought.
I just think
I saw you go, idea. Oh, God, no.
the idea that the party is going to walk up to this kid like screaming, like freaking out of, oh my god, they're gonna kill me. Like, what? Wait, what are you talking about? I accidentally made a flesh golem of myself. Help.
Yeah.
It's just the idea of that is ridiculous to me.
Amazing.
Anyways, so is this a male or female child, do we think?
He's a little boy.
I think that this is something a little boy would do.
little boy.
Great.
Little boyo.
Great. What's his name? I will make a note.
Names are the part I struggle on the most,
This
you know.
is a child.
Names...
He could go by a
Yeah.
nickname. But we can't.
Henry.
Henry? Okay. We can't call. I was gonna say we can't exactly call him Doodle Bob like that.
I was thinking you should name the kid Bobby.
I ain't coming from a copyright strike.
I ain't coming for that.
I ain't about that life.
A clerical error says Timmy, which I think is really funny.
Oh, little Timmy.
So this is where Tim the Adventurer started off.
But some call
No.
him Kim.
Absolutely not.
Tim. All right.
No, the person he's trying to impress is Tim.
Saf said origin stories.
Wow.
Tim the
Wow.
Adventurer started off as accidentally creating a flesh golem.
Oh no.
If that doesn't come up on Beyond the Realms, I'll be disappointed.
What, Tim the Adventure's backstory?
Tim
Didn't
the
have
Adventurer-
a backstory. He's a character that he made up on the
Yeah,
spot.
but Tarek having to come up with his backstory on the spot of, yeah, this is totally how Tim the Adventurer
Tarek
got
has
started.
way too much going on to even think about that. Also, remember when
But
he said we
also-
will never speak of that again and you brought it up 2 episodes ago?
Yes,
Remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Anyways, okay, so what are we naming him? So we said Henry.
Henry, yeah.
We'll just call him Little Henry.
Little Henry.
We'll call him Little Henry. Who's his guardian that he's trying to impress? Yes,
We
it
said
is.
definitely a wizard of some kind.
They can be the head wizard of the tower, or they're up for a promotion.
Yes.
And this child is putting that in jeopardy.
Yep.
Okay, great. Great. All right.
Amazing.
Oh, fantastic. This is totally what we needed.
I love how your note in it is gross.
Yeah, I said, Little Henry, child flesh golem maker. Gross.
Oh, I only just saw that.
All right, great. These are my favorite notes I've ever created. All right, so we have Marlon Kipper, our mountain dwarf non-binary. We have Little Henry, our child flesh golem maker. Who else would we like to see? We have.
You know what you don't see in D&D?
What's that?
And I think would be fucking cool. And this could be our tiefling, so I feel like this is the kind of thing a tiefling would do. A tattoo artist.
See, okay, I love tattoo artists as NPCs in D&D. Like, I think those
Right?
are one of the coolest aspects because it's like,
Yeah.
you see tattoos on characters. Like, where did they go to get them?
I know, exactly. There's never a tattoo parlor
And
anywhere.
the whole thing
But
is
people have
also
tattoos.
because I
They gotta
actually
get them
I
somewhere.
have a tiefling who has tattoos, and she's very cool. And I love
Oh,
them.
yeah.
I think tattoo artist tieflings would be cool.
Absolutely.
I was gonna say because that leaves it open to make like a whole tattoo shop,
Yes.
which is awesome. And with Tasha's having the magical tattoos in it,
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So think of that then. So they could be a place that does tattoos as they do, but then also you can pay a premium price. They also do
get those
magic, so you get a
magical.
premium price to get magical tattoos.
Ooh, okay, all right.
Yes.
So we're gonna make a tiefling.
Mm-hmm.
So are they heavily tattooed themselves?
I think they have a few.
Okay,
Yes, I
okay.
think they definitely are, I display the work kind of person.
Okay, great.
I think they have a kind of a mixture of like probably like a few of the like regular ones, but then a lot of the magical ones as
Okay,
well.
you think they definitely utilize
Um,
the magical side. Okay, great.
mhm.
Definitely. Yeah.
What color of tiefling do we want to go with?
Hmm. Maybe like
When you think of a tattoo
mm,
artist tiefling, what's the first color that comes to mind?
Probably the red,
The red?
because
red, but I was also
tattoos
thinking
in D&D
blue,
world are
maybe
more
like
dark,
a
and that contrast of the bright red and then dark tattoos.
I think that'd be really cool. Because
yeah,
then, if you were to
Confident.
tattoo with the white
possibly.
ink on a red tiefling, like that'd be really cool. Okay, so we'll do a red
Mm.
tiefling.
Yeah. I was thinking either red or like a bluey purplish kind of color, but
I think
red
I
could be
think
cool.
I think red would be a good one.
Hmm.
Red edgy boy. Correct. We love our
Red
edgy.
edgy
We
boy.
love our tieflings. All right, so we've got our red tiefling tattoo artist. All right, so are they? Do we think this is a male or a female character?
I think this would be interesting to make as a female character.
It should, yeah, female.
Female.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah.
So we have a female red tiefling tattoo artist.
Hmm.
Okay. Watch all of the girl. Well, all everyone's gonna hit on this character.
Oh yeah.
this
Oh,
this
100%.
is the one that
Oh,
you're like,
completely.
now I have to seduce. It's a good
So
thing.
how do I roll
Okay,
this?
this character strikes me as the kind of character that would not be phased at all,
No, no, no,
and
no,
would
no.
kind of jokingly go along with it, but not really kind of engage further than that.
Yeah, they're there
Yeah.
because you're literally paying them for this tattoo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they'd be like a dick about it,
No,
but they would
no,
like
no,
they would
but
realize they'd be
but
like,
still,
okay, I see what you're trying to do. I'm gonna let you down gently.
yeah. Okay, so
And if not, I will get you drunk, and when you pass out, I'll pat you a dick on your face.
yeah, I could see them being that vindictive. See, that makes sense. It's a tiefling. Um, that makes sense to me. All right, so we have our beautiful female red tiefling tattoo artist
Hmm.
who specializes in magical tattoos as well as common.
Yeah,
I will make a note.
that's cool. I like that.
I like this a lot. And common. Perfect. What does she look like physically besides the tattoos?
I think probably quite slender. I think.
Okay.
Um. Uh.
Probably a
What are
little
we
muscle
thinking?
tone, because you never know when someone's going to struggle in the chair.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
athletic build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Athletic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
They're not the strongest person in the world, but they could outrun you any day. Like you try to leave without paying, they're catching up to you.
They're catching up to you. All right. Perfect. All right. Are we thinking like black hair?
Yeah.
Black hair?
Hmm.
I think that this character is the type that strikes me as having like half of it shaved, like
Side shade.
like
Yeah.
side shaves.
I
Like
would
this.
think
Yeah, I
like
like
both
that.
sides shaved.
I'm
with
thinking like
the-
yeah, like
long-
Oh,
alright.
both sides with then like a yeah. That could
I
be
don't know.
cool.
I could see that. Like
have it like long in the middle, braided in between.
yeah,
the legs.
I'm thinking a
But
braid too because
yeah,
it has to be
between the
up.
horns. Yeah,
Hi Jay.
yeah.
And it has to be up. That way they can lean down
Yeah.
and be tattooing. So
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
okay.
Keep it out of
I
their
like
face,
that.
but it's still there.
All right, perfect. So yeah, we've got our red female tiefling, who's a tattoo artist. She specializes in magical and common tattoos. She's athletic. She's got black hair, and the sides are shaved with a braid in the middle. Nice.
Love it. Hell yeah.
I love this character. How do we think she dresses? When you see her, is she intimidating? Does she just kind of wear like a like her normal
would
day
think
work?
as- Yeah, I think as probably just for the sake of showing a lot of her work, probably would show quite a bit of skin, but not in an unmodest way.
Right. So
just-
like a
just
tank
like,
top
I
or
have a lot of-
something.
yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Sab said that she sees her with a tattoo above her ear. So if we were
Mhm.
to put a tattoo above her ear, what do you think is on her, the side of her her head, as she's got the shaved head tattoo on above the ear.
Something maybe like message or something like that. Maybe it's like a magic one that's like message, because then it's like putting a finger like up to your ear and saying something, almost like an earpiece kind of like kind of like a vibe.
Oh, okay.
It's like I'll just press that spell and send a message to someone real quick. I think that'd be cool.
Okay, sweet. I like that a lot. Okay, so we have our female red tiefling who's a tattooist. She specializes in magical tattoos and common. She's got an athletic build, black hair on the side shaved, braid in the middle, and a tattoo above her ear that has message. This sounds like a badass character, not gonna lie.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah.
All right, so
like maybe the tattooing thing is a side gig, you know?
Ooh.
Like the magical spells go a bit deeper, you know?
Ooh. She could be tied to something else. That's
maybe
interesting. What would we like to name her? This is a hell of a powerful woman. Like, we stand these strong, powerful women, so I think she needs a strong, powerful name. We can always come back to that if we need to.
I'm trying to think. What would be a good name?
Chat, you guys are more than welcome to offer up suggestions.
What do you think of this?
When you think of a strong, powerful tattoo artist tiefling, what do you think? That's my favorite sentence I've said all day. Alright, we can come back to that as well. I'll just send it. Perfect. So currently we have Marlon Kipper, our non-binary mountain dwarf. We have Little Henry, which is our child flesh golem maker. Gross. And we have this red tattoo artist tiefling. What would we like to make next?
Oh. I will admit, I'm still on this first one in terms of making a hero forge, but I'm almost there.
You're fine. You're fine.
Have, fishing rods? Do they have those?
I don't know. I have never looked for a fishing rod.
Oh, could give them a trident.
Ooh.
That would be cool, because they do have those. They have a fishing hook and it has a trident.
Beautiful Forge has bunny slippers. I'm sure they probably have fishing rods.
Let's give them a fishing hook then, sure.
Just a full fishing hook. Sometimes you need that in your life.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Let's see here. All right. Let's think of. Let's find someone like in the D&D community that we can base an NPC off of.
Oh, interesting.
Let's see which of our lovely individuals in our D&D TikToker community and in general who we could come up with as an NPC.
All right.
Who do you think would make a very interesting NPC? We have a lot of really awesome and interesting people.
Yeah.
We already know.
Like, a prerequisite to be a D&D TikToker.
Well, like Alec the Bard is obviously a bard. Like we all know that. Corso's obviously the villain. Like we get that.
Wow.
So who's somebody a little more obscure that would take us a second to actually think of what class they would be?
You can make
Sarah.
one based off your player.
Sarah is coffee.
Sarah is coffee. Ooh.
Make them meet themselves.
I think that'd be really funny, which I might do at some point. Bedelia? Ooh. For our tiefling? I like that a lot.
Bedelia? Possibly.
I read that as Bedelia. As in Amelia Bedelia.
Yeah, Amelia Bedelia. Oh my god. Wow, the amount of references tonight. No, I really like that name, Sab. I will add that into our notes. Cool. Okay, so let's see. You said Sarah is coffee.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right, bet. What kind of... when we see Sarah is coffee, what do we think? Because the first thing I think is either her Witches of Woodside character, which is a whole mess, as well as Sarah herself in tiefling or in elf ears. I think Sarah would very much be an elf.
I was gonna say half elf paladin.
Ooh, why do you say paladin?
I don't know. Paladin would be cool. Why not?
Sure. Okay. Say we can do paladin.
I think Oh, what it might I might be. Hang on, let me. That's why. It's because I've been talking to Sarah recently on Discord, and her profile picture is a character from Off the Rails, where they're wearing like armor, and that immediately made me think paladin.
Okay.
But
all right. Since we're
yeah.
basing this loosely on Sarah and it's not her, sure,
Mhm.
we don't have a paladin. Let's make a paladin.
All
I,
right,
for
all right,
one,
all right.
don't play paladins, so because I don't. All right, so we'll do a half elf, a half elf paladin.
Alpha paladin.
What type of paladin?
Trying to remember the oaths.
Do good. What kind of paladin?
Paladin oaths.
Maybe conquest.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A conquest paladin.
Possibly.
Ooh.
Possibly, yeah.
I think that would be interesting in this world to see a conquest paladin.
Devotion, oath of
She's got an assertive nature, but not like the vengeance assertive type.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
Conquest can be quite like they can be pretty hardcore sometimes.
Yeah, but also
when they're passive, they're just a commanding presence of awesomeness.
Which might be something that the girl like this world needs at some point.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Commanding presence, 100%, yeah.
Oh yeah, especially in, you know what? I know exactly where this character could be.
Oh really?
We're gonna put this specific character in obscurity.
Ah, okay,
So
okay.
for our chat, the obscurity in the world that the girls are currently in the rectification, which we stream every other Friday, is basically where all of the traitors, the prisoners, the banished get sent to. It's basically Mordor in my world with an active volcano. It's very barren, ashy. It has a lot of prisoners of high standing there that have been banished there, and they're like, oh yeah, we're sentencing you to 25 years, but you're not likely to make it through that 25 years. So we'll put her there as one of the people that has been sent there to monitor in one of the buildings.
Oh, like to monitor? Yeah.
So we'll put her like actually working under the king as a conquest paladin.
That would be cool.
Okay, great. So she's a half-elf conquest paladin. She'll be a commanding presence. So
absolutely, yeah, no. I see her as definitely in some sort of high rank for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Commanding presence. Let's see. Perfect.
Do we want to go one step further on the half elf and make her a special kind of half elf?
Yes, let's do it.
Ooh, go on.
We do love our special half elves.
Alright, Malakapra is done.
That is not funny.
Elf conquest paladin. Sweet. It's really funny because I think right after this, the girls are actually going to get on stream and play Among Us. So,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can make them an aquatic half elf, a drow half elf, a high half elf, or a wood half elf.
Ooh.
What were those types again?
Aquatic, drow, high, and wood.
I think it should be a high elf.
I can see that. So
high half elf.
A half high elf. Yeah, I like that. What do you think made her want to be a conquest paladin? What do you think her motive is?
Motive is just seeing things right and kind of possibly seeing a lot of like corruption in places and being like, that needs to be fixed. And that's why it's kind of like a conquest. Like, I'm not gonna stop until like everything is just.
What do you think, Do Good?
Yeah, definitely saw the injustices happening, saw things that were wrong, and wanted to have a voice to speak up about it and actually do something about it, than saying, yeah, that's not good.
that's not good. I mean, you just stop that.
You could actually
You should probably stop that, I guess. Maybe. you feel like it?
Yeah, I think that she's a very commanding presence and worked her way up through the ranks and was like, things are very corrupt. I'm going to fix that. And they were like, oh, you want corruption to fix that and put that in line? You're going to go into the obscurity. What would you like to name her?
Ivana.
Ivana. Ooh, I like that. How would you like to spell it, Ben?
Oh God, you're asking the dyslexic how to spell?
Evona.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ivana. Yeah,
All right.
Good
Perfect.
enough.
All right, perfect.
Ivana. Love that. Hell
I
yeah.
honestly really loved that. It's such a pretty name. Good job, Ben. All right, so we have Marla Kipper, our mountain dwarf who's non-binary. Our little Henry, our child flesh golem maker.
Currently making him, and it's great.
Our female tattoo artist tiefling, and our high elf conquest paladin. I think these are all pretty.
That's full, pretty solid NPCs right there.
I was gonna say these are going to be very interesting. So, a little bit. She does. All right, let's see here. Who else? Who else do we need? The girls frequent.
Reminds me of Brienne of Tarth. Yeah, I think
she
she's
does.
like, okay, I think she's a bit like that, but she hasn't got like the height to go with it, but makes up for it in personality.
So what you're saying is she's got that tall girl energy.
Yes. I'm not saying that she's short, I'm just saying she's not Brienne of Tarth tall.
I was gonna say Brianna's very tall. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not hip on the whole GOP.
She's a good like five. She's like a good like 5'10", but like you're still cowering as if she's like 6'5".
Her ego makes her 6'5".
Wow. I feel that. I feel like that sounds accurate. Okay, so do you guys want to take a break before we continue? Because we are almost at an hour.
I'm good.
I'm good with whatever.
Okay.
I'm ready to keep going.
I was gonna say okay.
Do you want a break?
I'm gonna grab some coffee, though I can do that while you guys discuss what we're gonna do next. So
Okay.
I think next we should make something for the library. Since
Oh
the
yes,
girls
you
are
guys tend to spend a lot of time in your libraries, huh?
the girls are all researchers. They are all note takers. I was given a wonderful NPC by Words for Sale because I just saw him follow us, so I know he's here. That the girls are going to meet at some point. Who's very lovely. However, we have not yet made a bad guy either.
Oh.
So do we want to
That's
make?
a
We
good
can
point.
make a librarian or somebody in a library as well, or a bad guy. I'll let you guys think about it while I go grab coffee real quick.
That is a good.
I was gonna say, do get some good villains.
I make excellent villains.
Yes, you do.
All right.
I'm gonna get
It
some
sounds
coffee.
like we're going with a villain. So what are you thinking? Do good.
Comic book shop.
A villain in a bookshop.
No, the bookshop is a comic book shop.
Oh my God. Yes.
They go into research, but it's all just comic books.
Oh my God. Imagine. That would be yes. That actually sounds great. A little comic store. That's amazing.
Ye old comic book shop.
Ye old comic shop.
And it could be a front for some like shady dealings in the back.
Yo.
Who would look in the back end of a comic book shop?
I mean,
Do I need to be concerned? I left for 5 minutes. Less than that. I can't stress either of
we
you.
are making a ye old comic store, and there's some shady stuff going on in the back that you would never
A
find.
ye old comic store. Okay, all right, ye old comic store, fantastic. What kind of comics would they have in this world? Ye old comic store.
I feel like they'd be a lot of like ones based off a lot of adventures that like a lot of I feel like a lot of ex-adventurers would like, instead of like some of them, instead of writing like memoirs, would
Okay.
over exaggerated comics about their adventures. I feel like that'd be great.
So what I'm hearing is that in addition to our ye old comic store, we need to make an illustrator.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. So does the illustrator own said comic store, or are they two separate entities entirely?
That depends on how in depth you want to go with the illustrator, because you could make the illustrator keeping tabs on the party, and the party finds a comic book of themselves.
Ooh.
Hmm. Oh, and he doesn't have a name. He is simply known as the
The illustrator?
illustrator.
Ooh.
Words are
Oh,
hard.
okay.
That's
All
it.
right. All right. So we've got the illustrator.
The illustrator, straight up.
Very cool. I like that.
And they like the thing is that they seem shady, like they might be doing some shady shit, but they're actually totally chill. They just give off those super shady vibes because they like just show up, and it's just like, what is this? This is a comic about stuff I've been doing. Wait a minute, he's been watching. Like he like scries all the time, and then just makes comics about like what you've been doing, like after like short times after you've met them.
The shadiest thing he's done is not get them to sign a copyright release.
I see that. He's like, this isn't you. It's just your likeness.
He takes the first letter of their name and puts it in the end.
Yeah,
It's just all in Pig Latin. All their names are Pig Latin.
I love
See,
that.
this guy isn't you. This is
This is
Alpha.
Adway. This isn't rad.
This isn't rad. No.
This isn't Red. This is Ed.
This is Ad. Yeah.
This is Ed.
Adder.
What race do we think our illustrator is?
Oh, Sata.
Satyr.
He's a Sata.
I like that.
Ooh.
I like
Yeah.
that a lot.
We do like our satyrs.
Satas are great.
All right, he's a satyr.
He's a Sata, and he wears glasses. And
Who
it's
wears
adorable.
glasses?
Yeah.
Total Mr.
Well,
Thunder.
they're like those total like classic like librarian like circular ones that he
Okay.
wears like, halfway down his nose. Kind of. Oh my god, yes.
All right.
Amazing.
Okay, great. So they seem shady, but really they're nice. There's Satyr, who wears large glasses halfway down their nose. They're simply known as the illustrator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How are their comic books? Are they actually pretty decent?
Yes, I think they'd actually be really good.
Very well made. Totally not crayon. Like they're full on
Yep.
watercolor acrylic paints.
Okay. All right.
He's a pro. He's
But like,
not
okay,
like
the thing is though, as well, is that I think the thing that's like super like ominous about it is that he works there like 24 like 7. Like he doesn't like he's like, oh, I'm gonna like close the store for a few days so I can actually go and like paint some of these. They just show up. Like
Ah.
he makes them magically and they just show up one day, and it's like, this whole thing was not here yesterday. How have you had time to make this? Like, "Oh, it's something I drafted up last night."
I was just bored.
Like, what?
Why do you ask? All right.
Like that's why they seem shady, because there's like all this magic shit going on and like these books showing up out of nowhere. And it's like, how? And it's like,
I'm
I'm
just
magic.
do. Okay.
I'm just an illustrator.
Just the illustrator. All
I
right.
just draw pictures.
I just draw pictures. All right. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Let's see. Perfect. Okay. So we have our illustrator. Then we have Ye Old Comic Book Store.
Ye old comic. I mean, it would have a better name.
No, it's just a Ye Old Comic Book Store.
Ye old comic book store. God damn it.
I think the girls hate
It's
me.
a little long. It could be Ye Old Comic Shop.
Oh, Ye Old Comic Shop. Got it.
A little shorter.
How about, what if it was Ye Old Illustration Shop? Since it's not comics.
Ye old illustrations.
Ye Old Illustrations. I'm just gonna make that a note and put it under. Okay, Ye Old Illustrations. All right, perfect. Let's see. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 NPCs so far.
Just finished Henry, and I love it.
Oh no! Is he cute?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see here.
Hold on, I need to make a separate folder for Ivy's NPCs.
Ivy's NPCs. Nice. The old illustrator.
You're still stuck on that. The old illustrator.
I love him. I'm looking forward to using
You
him.
left us alone for 2 minutes, and I immediately said comic book shop.
I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. You know. All right. So, do we want to make a villain?
Yes.
Yes.
I was. You both are like,
I think
yes,
it's villain time.
villain. All right. What kind of villain do we want to make?
Question is, do we want this villain to be obvious? Do we want him to be like
Ooh.
the party points at him like, yep, he's a bad guy?
Ooh.
Or do we want them to think he's a friendly, and then it's the et tu brute?
No, I like the idea of him being just straight up evil, but being like, oh my, like, okay. So this is the idea. Something that's just so unbelievably like out there. Like it's like, have you guys ever seen Megamind?
Yes.
He's just like a really shit villain. Like he's clearly a villain, but like he doesn't even get arrested because it's just like, I mean, he's just.
So you're saying he's that bad as a villain?
He's
that bad.
Oh,
Don't worry, I have stolen
We got Megamind.
the key to the city. Is it in the fucking secret hideout again? No.
Oh, okay, what was that, Deegan?
The Megamind doing the huge presentation of what the fuck. And while they're distracted by that, someone else is actually sneaking through doing actual crime.
But he doesn't know about it. They're just using him as a distraction. He's not even aware that this person is using him.
That totally leads for a conflict between Megamind and the other one, where I completely see the conflict of, you're a villain, but you're not a super villain.
And we take it a step further. The person that is secretly doing all of this is like the town's like hero, and just keeps defeating this villain and just using that as a front to like, but he's great. He's like the hero of the town. He'd never do anything wrong, and he's secretly doing a bunch of shady shit.
Yes.
So we need to make a hero and a villain.
Yeah, a hero and a
hero
villain.
and a
villain.
Okay. What race should our villain be?
Let me think about that. I'll try.
It's got to be something that when you just look at him before he opens his mouth and says something stupid, screams villain.
Gith Yankee.
Yes.
Okay. Great.
Sure. Yeah.
Great. All right. So we'll create a Gith Yankee. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Lanky boy, Gith Yankee.
Lanky boy.
Lanky
boy.
Lanky boy.
Lanky boy, Gith Yankee. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and our hero is a dragonborn of some kind.
Ooh,
He's
of course.
Dragonborn,
Yeah.
a Goliath, a Leonin, something that's like obviously powerful and looks noble.
Actually,
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
it's
have
Dragonborn.
any Leonins, so if we want to make a Leonin,
Ooh.
all right.
Leonin's a badass.
Okay, all right, great. So we have a Gith Yankee, a Lanky boy, who
Lanky boy.
literally screams villain.
I'm the villain. Quite literally.
No, literally.
They're walking into the town, it's like there's a villain somewhere in this town. He just runs out.
I am the villain.
Oh no.
What's his motive?
Yeah.
Why does he think he's a villain?
Because he wants to be renowned, and there's already a hero. And he wants-
So it was more of he fell
and
into
he doesn't
it.
want to. Yeah, he doesn't want to. He's not good at doing good things, but he thinks he's good at doing bad things.
But really, he's just not.
Really, he's just bad.
He needs to
Poor
find his
guy.
calling in life.
Like he's the kind of villain you feel bad for at the end. You're just like, aw, sweet bean. I'm not a sweet bean. I'm an evil villain.
Maybe we'll just let him rob this bank this one time.
You know what? Oh wow, my hit
He's
points are
still
zero. I'm down. Oh man,
Nemo,
crazy.
Nemo
Creepy.
has said the party walks into the inn, and that's him in the big chair with a fire that says "Welcome to my lair."
But
So
this
this
is
is the
the
lobby of the
tavern.
inn. This is
That's
not
what
your
I
lair. Shut
wanted
up.
you to think.
Or Doctor Doofenshmirtz. A little bit. He's got like a Mega Mind Doctor Doofenshmirtz aesthetic. Like,
The the capacity of Dr. Doofenshmirtz, but the presentation of Megamind.
ooh, ooh,
Yes.
that's a very good way to describe him. He has some kind of fluffy creature in their lap. All right.
But it's not his pet. It's not anyone's pet. It's just like a dead rat he found in the alleyway.
All right. Has that dead rat.
Oh
But it's a new dead
no.
rat each time.
Has
He's replacing each one.
they're like, no, he's. What if it was a possum that's
That's
playing
awesome.
dead?
Yes.
That's playing dead.
Yeah.
Has,
It's
he's
not that plays dead and runs away every time he gets up out of the chair.
all right.
We've been expecting. Ow! Fuck! Bit my finger.
He
It's
can't.
the
He
new
can't
way.
afford an evil lair. He just rents a room at the inn.
You will find me in my secret lair.
They've just
Oh yeah,
gotten
which
used.
room of the inn is it this time? 103.
Oh, 103. Last time it was
103.
105. It needed to be cleaned.
Housekeeping. You know, I may be a villain, but I'm not a monster. I respect their jobs.
yeah. Like, can't afford. Can't. How much do layers cost? I bet you they're expensive.
Yeah.
At one point, he can't pay the inn, so he just goes to the alley next to the inn in a cardboard box.
He's like, this is
Hey,
my
you know,
lair.
you know the
Really
most
bad
evil. You know the
barber
most
on
evil thing you
top,
could
evil
do is just
lair.
not pay the inn, right? And he's just like, "Oh my god, you're so
Oh,
right.
Oh my god. And then they kick him
How
out.
did I not think of that?
That's so evil.
Wow.
That's so evil, man."
One for this.
Just you get the party just at the end of it being like, "Are we the bad guys?"
I hope they would feel bad even hitting this poor guy.
Yeah.
So we have my notes are lovely. Get Yankee, lanky boy, who literally screams villain because he wants to be renowned, but there's already a town hero. Has a pause that plays dead. Can't afford the layer, so just rents rooms at the inn.
Oh my god.
This guy has a
He
stage
can't
name as
afford
well.
to-
His actual
he
name
has to
is something
do-
completely normal, but he has a villain name.
Okay, so what's his
He has to pop
villain
out of
name?
superability by 5 so we can do the dishes.
Like, what's his villain name?
Oh.
It's gotta be something ridiculous.
Um.
This is stupid.
Ah.
Because
How
you know
about-
he's naming himself.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he definitely named himself like people. He's like people will call him by his real name still. He's like, no, my name is whatever villain name.
That's not my name.
His
Okay.
is Jim. But he wants to be called something else.
What if this is the Larry that you guys started the stream off with? His real name is Larry. Real name is Larry.
Amazing.
Real name is Larry. Wow. Alright, so can't afford the layer, so just rents rooms at the inn. Real name is Larry. And we'll come up with a villain name. We will take a 10-minute break real quick. That way we can go get drinks and run to the restrooms
Yeah.
and stuff and get some hydration. So we
I
will
don't
be
know.
back
I
in
keep
10
myself well
minutes.
stocked.
Ah,
Because
see?
I
You
got my
got...
shirt.
God. I would just like to say, Neva pulled up a gothic generator and got gothic chainsaw. Gothic chainsaw.
Oh, no.
Alright, we'll take a 10-minute break and then we'll be right back.
Okay.
Amazing. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
What up? What up? What up?
Oh, we are back from our break. All right, so we are going to finish up building our villain, which is Larry, who thinks he's a villain, but really he's not. Then we're going to move
Our
on
villain
to our
Larry.
hero. What else about our villain do we want to add, if anything? So he has got a dead possum, or a possum that plays dead, that he keeps going grabbing from the alleyway because he can't afford a cat. He can't afford a lair, so he rents rooms at the inn. I'm sure that doesn't cause any problems.
I can just see the party again just being like, dude, like, you always tell everyone which room in the inn is. You could just say, yes, there are hundreds of rooms in the inn. You will never find my lair. But you always tell them which one it is.
I feel like he'd leave them little notes, like, haha, like, you'll never find me.
On the doorway, evil lair, please do not enter.
I'm gonna put that.
Yeah.
He's got like a one piece of parchment that he keeps like scribbling on. Writes on parchment. Parchment. Evil lair. Evil lair, please knock.
Please knock before entering.
Knock before entering.
The fact that it has please on it.
Dude.
No room service, please.
I have evil villain. Evil lair, please knock before entering, doing villain things.
Can't talk right now, I'm doing evil villain things.
Can't talk right now, I'm doing evil villain things. Great. So, his real name is Larry. And the fact that the Gith Yankee is named Larry is the funniest thing to me. I just would like that noted. I don't know how this Gith Yankee has ended up with that name. I feel like his real name's not actually Larry, but like he thinks it is. Like he's convinced his real name's Larry.
Well, no, he hates his real name.
Yeah.
That is, I'd say it is his real name but he hates it. He's like, that's not my name.
That's not my name. Stop it. So it is his villain name.
He fell into a rift between the astral plane and the material plane when he was a baby.
I see
And
that.
He got adopted, and his birth parents were like, you know what? He's a Larry.
You know what? He's a Larry.
He looks like a Larry to me.
All right. So what is his villain name?
Oof. You like the chainsaw.
I do like Gothic Chainsaw.
Gothic chainsaw.
The best part is if we do call him Gothic Chainsaw, which is wonderful, by the way. I like the idea that since it is D&D and medieval times, you know, quote unquote, that it's just literally a chain that they were trying to use as they saw. It's not electrical at all.
No, it's just some saws with chains attached to them that he swings around.
I see that.
Like nunchucks.
He was trying to develop a new villain weapon and just decided that, yes, here's 2 saws and some chain and I can't afford anything else. These are nunchucks now. Alright.
I can't believe he's in the alleyway.
Alright, we'll name him Gothic Chainsaw.
Awesome.
Oh, God.
We'll name him Gothic Chainsaw, aka.
Oh, jeez. I don't think he would even know what that means, though.
He thinks he does. He saw it in a book once. He
Gothic
saw-
chainsaw.
he's-
Where's the chainsaw?
I'm
What?
the Gothic Chainsaw, because Gothic is villainy and chainsaw is what I use.
he was being very literate about it. He thinks he's clever. Alright, we have Gothic Chainsaw.
He definitely wears black.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
Black
no,
leather
his
all
whole
over.
black leather for the aesthetic.
Oh, yeah.
Black leather. But then constantly complains he saw it.
It's so hot in this. Why is it so hot in this? Because you're wearing all black. But I can't change. That's my signature
I
color.
can't change. Like, this is just how villains dress. Like, this is in his
This
mind
is who
how
I am.
he thinks this is how villains dress. Like, he's like, this is how
100%.
villains dress, right? And everybody else is just like, yeah, I guess.
Amazing.
All right, great. So, we have our villain, who's very
Our
poor
villain.
So we have our hero, who really is the one that's doing all of the bad things, but using this as his scapegoat.
Yes.
He's a Leonin. What would we like to make him? When I think of this character as like the hero, you know who I think of?
Yeah.
I think of the characters off of The Boys. Like,
Yeah,
you know who
yeah.
yeah, like,
Yeah, he's very Homelander.
that's what I was thinking. Like, he's very Homelander.
He's very Homelander, 100%.
Nemo
Thank you
said,
for
I feel like
saying
he
it.
has the
You're
best
welcome,
supportive
citizen.
mom or aunt that's like, you look like the
$75.
best villain. I feel like that would be the innkeeper for our villain.
The,
Is like,
the
no,
innkeeper is his like supervillain sidekick. He
yeah,
just keeps
yeah.
that for him.
I feel like it would be like
Listen,
the
I'm a
innkeeper.
sidekick, but legally, if he gets in any trouble, I don't know that guy.
I don't know that guy. He's
He's
got
a patron.
he's got like a Jersey accent. I don't know that guy.
I just give him
What
moral
can I
support.
say? He's a good customer. He comes back every day, buys a room. I don't know how he pays for it, but he does.
When he washes my dishes as payment, they've never been cleaner.
And
He knows how to wash a dish.
Larry just keeps referring to him as the sidekick. The guy is just rolling with the punches. He's like, you know what? Like, they pay me.
Yeah. He pays me for a room. He says he pays me to be a sidekick, but he pays me for the room. Eh.
All right. Thinks the innkeeper is his sidekick is now in the notes. All
Yeah.
right. So I'm sending that. You guys can enjoy that because literally it's get the lanky boy, who literally screams villain because he wants to be renowned, but there's already a town hero. Has a possum that plays dead. Can't afford a lair, so just rents a room at the inn. Real name is Larry. Writes on parchment, evil lair, please knock before entering, doing villain things. AKA Gothic Chainsaw. Black leather, thinks this is how villains dress. Thinks the innkeeper is his sidekick. This is quality.
Oh.
Alright, so we will build our hero. We decided on a Leonin. Very Homelander-ish.
Mhm.
But the people still adore them for some reason.
Because he saves
He's-
he does all the good
He
things.
does all the good
Thank you
things.
for saving me.
He's
You're
like-
welcome, random
Yeah,
citizen. $75.
yeah. He's very Homelander in the fact that not only does he like do the good like hero shit, like stopping Gothic Chainsaw and like anything else. Mainly, he's like just a lot like Homelander. He just does a lot of events and is just the mascot effectively.
Mm.
It's like this is the safest place because we have the sky. It's like, yep, that's me. I do the good things. I stop Gothic Chainsaw.
Ah, yes.
That
He was
villain.
such a threat. Yep. Man, did you guys see
Such a
that Gothic Chainsaw poisoning the water supply? That definitely wasn't me.
Yeah.
Um,
And the thing is, as well, is that when all these like things like that happen, and everyone's like, "Oh, it happened," people immediately blame it on Gothic Chainsaw, and he's like, "I did that. I did that.
Of
Yes,
course
Oh.
I did.
I'm so evil."
I am the best supervillain there is.
Yeah. Oh my god, amazing.
I feel like Larry's memory is actually just really poor, and so he's actually convinced that he's the one that's doing it.
I did that. I can't
Like he
remember.
goes to rob a bank, the hero stops him. The hero takes a pouch of gold for himself,
Mhm.
blames it on Larry.
Yep. Poor Larry. Like, God.
Oh,
Our poor
like-
boy.
who's gonna believe
Thank
him?
you for stopping him. Too bad he got away with a pouch of gold. I did? I mean, of course I did. How else do you think I pay for my evil lair?
Hmm.
Definitely not by washing dishes.
I totally don't wash dishes to pay for my lair. I just do it because I respect good hygiene. I'm a villain, not a monster.
I just like that I'm a villain, not a monster from Larry, even though he's not a
Mhm.
very good villain either. It's just horrid on both ends.
This is amazing. This is the
What do we want
best.
to name our Leonin? He does not have a name. It has to be something like very stereotypically heroish.
Um. Alexander.
Ooh,
The great.
Alexander, our Leonin hero. All right. Alexander Leonin seems to stop Gothic Chainsaw. However, he is really the bad guy, and Chainsaw doesn't remember doing all those bad things that Alex is really doing. Fantastic.
Amazing.
All right. Well,
Everyone that is able to start putting two and two together either stops themselves going, "No, Alexander's the hero."
yeah. I feel like
Or they're too scared to go any further. Like, I should probably stop before I get myself.
what class do we think is that Alexander is? Since he is this superhero, like able to stop the bad guy, what class is he? We also need to give Argith Yankee an actual class, since villain is not technically a class. Technically, on a
My
technicality.
class is super villain.
My class.
My class is super villain. I don't think he casts any spells. He's like he's straight up a fighter.
Never picked a class.
You think
He's
he's
like-
straight
he's
up a fighter?
Fighter or an artificer.
Ooh. I like the fact that he's a fighter and he just thinks that he. I just like. I like that. I think him as a fighter would make sense. So, what is our Alexander boy?
I would say maybe some kind of rogue.
Ooh.
Maybe, yeah.
Because, it doesn't take too much actual brawn to stop.
You're right. You're right. It doesn't take much.
And, like, it's
He poses as a paladin, however.
Ooh, a rogue pretending to be a paladin.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. All right, we'll do rogue.
You can multi-class, too.
True.
Take just enough paladin so that he could show off his smites.
Yes.
But the rest is rogue.
We'll say rogue multi-class paladin. That's an interesting multi-class too.
He's a thief rogue.
Rogue multi-class paladin. Nice. All right, and then we'll
That
make
could work with Thief, that could work with
Argith Yankee-
Swashbuckler, Mastermind.
Larry.
Oh yeah. Arcane Trickster. Yeah, that'd be good.
That invisible mage hand doing shifty stuff while he's
Yeah.
I agree. All right,
Oh,
so
100%.
we will make him a
Or the
arcane.
panache of Swashbuckler. Didn't you steal the pouch of gold? No, I didn't. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I believe you.
All right, so we have. Oops, that's. All right, so we have our our Alexander Leonin seems to stop Gothic Chainsaw. However, he's really the bad guy, and Chainsaw doesn't remember doing all the bad things that Alex is really doing. We'll steal gold from the crime scene and blame Larry. Arcane Trickster Rogue Multi-Class Paladin, which is a sentence. Like, damn.
Would an Arcane Trickster rogue at some point, would he get suggestion? Because maybe that's why he doesn't remember. It's like, I suggest you think you did this thing.
Hi, Fox. I don't recall, but do get us pulling his DM's guide, or his player's handbook, I mean, so that's fine.
What the fuck? The fabulous thing that tells us what to do.
That fabulous thing?
The
Amazing.
fabulous thing that has lots of pictures.
So many pictures.
We're only here for the pictures, right?
Yes.
Alright. Interesting. We might need to do this NPC building more often and just make random NPCs for people.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm down.
7 levels
I
into
am
Arcane
down to do
Trickster,
this as a stream all the time.
What was that do again?
As long as he goes 7 levels into Arcane Trickster, he can
So, yeah, okay, we could do 7
Because
levels.
the enchantment spell and Arcane Tricksters get
Okay,
enchanted.
so we need 7 levels of Rogue.
Might as well make it
suggestion.
8 for that extra feat or ASI.
For suggestion.
And at least 2 in Paladin so we can show off that smite.
And 2 in Paladin,
Yeah.
which would make him a level 9. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That makes sense.
Level 9 or 7,
I think that would make sense for this character. 7 levels of Rogue and 2 in Paladin. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting. This is going to be a very interesting campaign for when the girls get to this point. Because how it's going to play out is like this villain in all black is just going to be doing something random in town, and it's going to be a weird encounter. And then this other Leona just shows up and stops him, and everybody in the town praises him as a hero. And they're like, but he wasn't really doing anything. Like,
They'll be able to easily put 2 and 2.
I mean, he'll do like a couple of things. I mean, in a lot of things, he'll get like set up and get like inside. Thing as well. he gets like inside help from like this like source that he has. The sources are Leonin Hero using Disguise Self, setting him up.
Ooh. I will make a note.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
This is the best. I love this so much.
All right. Alexander subsidiary for these crimes with disguise self. Perfect. All right. So to recap on our lovely NPCs, we have Marlon Kipper, our non-binary mountain dwarf who has a strong fascination with fish and wears really high boots. That way he can wade out in the water to look at the exotic fishes. We have Little Henry, who draws with a crayon and actually creates a flesh golem. We have our Bedelia, female red tiefling, who's a tattoo artist.
I finished a Hero Forge and I love it.
Oh, I bet it's gorgeous. We have Ivana, who is our half high elf conquest paladin. We have the illustrator, who is our comic artist in ye old illustrations. We have Larry, who's our Githyanki. We put a lot of work into our hero and villain, I will say. We have Larry, our Githyanki lanky boy fighter, who is the villain, and AKA goes by Gothic Chainsaw. We have our Leonin hero, Alexander, who stops Gothic Chainsaw, and we say that stops.
Totally.
Stop him.
It's just him who's setting him up in the first place.
He multitasks.
Yeah, multitask is a way to put that. He's a strong multitasker. Yeah, I guess next we'll just start putting them into town, so I'll have to figure out where they go. Nice. How are the hero fortresses coming along, Ben?
Yeah, pretty good. I can give you the first couple of ones that I've got that you can then throw up.
Yeah, I will gladly throw them up on stream real quick if we want to do that.
Right. Yes, I will grab those for you.
I'm very excited.
So,
oh boy.
These are not final. We can obviously make changes to these. These are just some base ideas I came up with. Let's grab some of these. So we've got. I can just send you the link just so you can open it as like a tab that you can like 360. So I'll just like send you the link to it. I need to. Whoops. Hold on. So currently we have 3. We have our first 3, so we'll go in order that we made them. So I will share the link to you guys. All right, so there is Marlon Kepper, a lovely boy.
Is he shirtless?
I assumed that he would be. He wants to get a tan.
You know, just out here talking to the fish, working on my tan.
And then we have Little Henry. So I did some custom posing on, which I really like. And then last but not least, probably my favorite one that I've made of these 3. I'm currently working on the others all in order. There we go. We have our tattoo artist. Hero Forge doesn't do tattoos too well, but I feel like the tattoos that they have that are like the black ones are like the regular ones, and then the golden ones.
For our stream, don't worry, I'm about to put them up.
And then the golden ones are like the magical ones.
You mean they can't just live vicariously through our reactions?
Oh, wow! Amazing.
Wow.
Wow. So yeah, and then I'm currently working on our paladin. Just trying to get it in there now. Yeah, trying to onto.
Well, they do their stuff. How you guys doing, chat?
Yeah, how's chat doing, guys? How have your days been? How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good time? I hope you're enjoying us just nutting out and making hilarious NPCs that are actually like low-key amazing.
They're kind of a mess. Our chat's been really nice though. Like,
Yeah,
shout out to our wonderful
100%.
chat.
Great.
Painting melts brain. It does.
Painting melts brain.
Painting does melt brain. Okay. All right. I'm going to transition us to our first character, which is Marilyn Kipper. Or I just love that he's shirtless. I love him.
I asked, why was he shirtless?
I love him. I think he's great. I think it's a good character.
I tried to do the rainbow hair. It didn't work too well, but you know what? It's fine.
You know, I think you did a great job, Ben. I think he looks wonderful.
He was my first one, and I came to it, and I was like, we'll see how this goes. And like, he's the one I'm least proud of, but you know what?
You know
He
what?
exists.
Marlon would like it. I think that this character would love how he looks. All right, let me
100%.
move us over to. Let me grab little Henry here for a second.
Henry is great. I love Henry.
I think he's great. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, he's so
Little
cute.
Henry.
Little,
Little Henry.
Little Henry.
I think he looks great. I love him. I love his hat. He did such a good job.
Golem Henry kind of got away from me, and
Oh my god. He definitely looks.
I need to get him back.
He definitely looks like a child of a wizard or something that's trying to impress somebody. So I very much like it. I think you did a fantastic job with that one, Ben. So I'm going to close out this one and this one.
And then I've actually just finished the other one as well. So once you've
But look at our lovely tattoo artist. Look at her.
Yes.
Look at her. Oh,
amazing.
she's gorgeous. This is the one that all of them are going to simp over.
Oh, 100%.
She's quality. Like, I like her. I like her a lot.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
I like it. I like it a lot.
These accents, where are they coming from? I like her a lot. I think it's gonna be a good character for them to meet. She's very pretty. Yeah, good job, Ben. Good job.
And I've now got Ivana.
Let me come and grab her. Hold on.
Literally just finished making
Let me
a
this here. And
perfect time.
I will come grab the other one.
Alright, there we go.
I just like the idea of how did you spend your Friday night? Well, we built some awesome characters.
Hell yeah.
All right, let me look here. Let me grab this last one that you've finished as it loads. I think they look so good. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that.
Bam.
Look at that powerful woman. Honestly, I wouldn't want to
Yes.
take her on. She's a perfect paladin. I think she's a very good likeness of Sarah without being too obvious that it's Sarah.
Yeah, the hair was a little different. I couldn't find a good
No,
one.
I think it's perfect. Like, I honestly
but-
think that haircut is
Yeah, it's pretty good.
perfect.
Yo.
I think we should send that to Sarah later and be like, so by the way, we based an NPC off of you, and this is what we came up with.
She'll be like, oh, okay.
She'll be like, but why this?
Uh-oh.
And we'll be like, because we needed somebody that's going to guard the obscurity whose presence could be terrifying enough. And this is what we came up with.
She'll be like, thanks,
Thanks,
I think.
Yeah. No, it looks great. Perfect. As for the other ones, I'm sure you'll finish those, and we'll see them later.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, so this is what we've come up with. I'm glad that our chat was enjoying our randomness of these characters.
Absolutely. This is amazing. This
We
is
might,
real.
I was gonna say we might need to do this more often because this is very
Absolutely. I'm
interesting.
totally down to do this again.
I was gonna say, what do you think, Dugan? Should we start doing this more often? We
Oh,
can
of
do
course.
some weird NPC world building things. Anyways, if you guys want to,
Dungeon.
yeah, if you guys want to give your handles and everything before we go out for the evening, I know they're on your thing, but still. Ben, you want to go?
Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Ben. Ben is D&D. I play on Mondays on Beyond the Realms with the lovely Ivy. We play Tarek and Farrell together, both tieflings,
Because we love our tieflings.
because tiefling gang.
Tiefling gang.
Yeah, that's me. That's what I do. I do the tickety talk.
Yeah, you do.
That's me. I play too much Dungeons and Dragons, and I want to play more.
That's a mood. How about you? Do good.
Things too much. I am do good. I am do good HVZ. I think just here in TikTok. I sometimes make things on TikTok. I just am here.
You also mod for Offbeat stuff, so you guys can see him in Offbeat's everything. Okay,
Yeah, you go
server,
back to
Twitch.
everything. Just please don't make more work for me.
Okay, don't do that. But and then I'm Ivy, Gamer the Girl. You can find me anywhere on Discord and Twitch, as well as on Dice Cream and the Lark Network every other Wednesday, and then every other Friday DMing here, where you can see the wonderful NPCs that we've just created that we're gonna put our fourth party through. But
I think they're gonna love
they're
them,
gonna
honestly.
love it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I think I can't wait to play the Illustrator. I think that that's going to be really interesting.
The Illustrator, I really love the vibe we went for with the Illustrator's character.
It's gonna be really interesting. But anyways, this is us, and we'll probably be back to do this another time. So thank you guys for watching.
Yeah. I guess tune in.
Yeah.
See y'all
Bye,
next
guys.
time.